experience in the professional employer organization industry. And our grateful thanks to their whole team as well. Brilliant supporters of this very first FEI class this week. An important competition as well, because it all links up to tomorrow, to the big one, the ESI Footing FEI Grand Prix. Riders today look to qualify. 2 chances to gain qualification today and in that speed class tomorrow morning as well. The 2 chances for riders to make it through to the FEI Grand Prix that we see here tomorrow afternoon. It is a strong field of riders coming forward, 42 set to start, and if you take a look at the big screen, you can see all of the riders that are coming forward, riders from literally all over the world, starting with Chile, Samuel Pardo, Senior and Junior, the USA with numerous rides, Amanda Derbyshire for Great Britain, Israel in the mix as well, Brazil in there, riders from Canada, Peru, and further down the list as well, riders from Canada, more from Chile and Colombia. It is once again a truly international field. Our grateful thanks to Howard Leasing and the whole team here at TerraNova as well. 5 weeks of world-class jumping, 4 FEI weeks, a break in the middle with that National Prix as well. It is going to be big stuff, big money, and an amazing setting here as well in the state of Florida. Our grateful thanks to Howard Leasing. And let's take a quick look at the course coming up for this FEI Welcome Stakes. It is a 1 round against the clock, and that means that the riders are going to go as fast as they can. The minute the jury ring the bell, you will see them tossing and turning across the arena, trying to get that fastest time with the least amount of faults, and therefore being crowned the winner of this FEI class. It is 12 numbered obstacles out on course, 14 jumping efforts required. The time allowed is 79 seconds, and riders need to go in inside that time allowed. If they go over, it is 1 time penalty for every commenced second over the time allowed of 79 seconds. And as always, treated to the very best course designers in the world here over the next 5 weeks, starting things off with a legend from Germany, the very best there is of course Olaf Peterson and his team as well. So we say a grateful thanks to Olaf and to the whole team for setting the course for the first of the FEI classes here. The first horse joining us in the arena, they'll be getting underway at 3 o'clock. The time now is at 2:52. So do come and grab yourselves a seat and enjoy the action here as it unfolds. We're going to talk you through all of the rider partnerships that we see coming forward. And as we said, going to see a total of 41 starting, all of them looking to qualify for the big one, the FEI Grand Prix here tomorrow afternoon. And don't forget, as well, we've got the exhibitor party coming up. Our grateful thanks to the team at Ackerman as well. So do come and join us for that a little bit later. But settle in and get ready for an afternoon of world-class sport. And our grateful thanks to the team at Ackerman as well, the full-service national firm with lawyers and professional business staff coast to coast. Ackerman enables the handcrafted team for every client to get the right answer, achieve the ideal resolution, and deliver the best experience for you. Ackerman, the presenting partners of the exhibitor party coming up this afternoon, and our brilliant sponsors as well of this one, the FEI class that we see getting underway very shortly. The team at Howard Leasing. And we're going to have a mounted prize giving as well at the end of the class, seeing the best 3 combinations coming back mounted. And it's going to be a real opportunity to celebrate the grooms, the riders, and everything else as well. It is a wonderful setting here at TerraNova. The sun shining, really beaming through the clouds and getting us excited for what is going to be a fantastic afternoon coming up of international jumping. The Grand Prix tomorrow as well, going to feature the best of this week's athletes and their amazing horses as well. And it's wonderful to see when you take a look at the start list, such an international feel as well. And it really goes to show you that riders from not just the United States, but from all over the world have gathered here to jump for the lion's share of the prize money. 32,000 US dollars. That is the total prize fund that they're battling it out for here. The lion's share of that, of course, going the way of our winner. Who that winner will be, we will find out a little later, but there's some strong combinations that could do it. We've got world number 2, Ken Farrington. He's in the field alongside national heroes, the likes of Charlie Jane and Ansgar Holkers Jr., David Cameron, Australia, Amanda Derbyshire, Great Britain, Mia Smith alongside Samuel Paro and Simon Orango from Colombia. Of course, Israeli rider Stephen Blumen and Sid Schulman in the list as well. Argentina and Canada to round off this one. Christine Carlson will be last to go, starting there at 42nd place. We're going to have the first half, then we'll have a little break for arena maintenance and get back underway with the second half of jumping. The riders in the warm-up just making their final few touches, jumping the last couple of fences out there, and just putting together those final preparations. The first horse en route to join us in just a few minutes. Our grateful thanks to the team at Howard Leasing, the multi-state employee leasing company incorporated in the state of Florida. Team specializing in removing the burden of tax compliance, payroll admin, employee benefits, workers' compensation audits, and human resource management, allowing businesses to focus on what they do best. And talking of focusing on what they do best, we are going to focus on the upcoming jump-off class for this Meter 45 FEI Welcome Speed. It is a strong field of riders, as we said, 41 combinations coming forward, looking to book themselves a place in the big one, the FEI Grand Prix tomorrow afternoon. The stage is set. Here we go. We wish them all the very best of luck indeed in this one round against the clock speed class. We start with a rider from Chile to get us off and running. He's been a Pan Am Games champion in his career, and he's been top 5 in the 4-star classes of Ocala since the turn of the year as well. He's the very first to go with a French-bred horse, Tiffany de Oled. Good luck, Chile's Samuel Pardo. What a great start, 59.613. My word, it is never easy going first, but that is a brilliant round, and he made every single inside turn, but it's a long way for him now. He'll have to wait and see if he's done enough to be crowned the winner, but a great start, clear there for Chilean rider Samuel Pardo and Tiffany de Oled. So, from father to son that we go now, and this man has been quite brilliant. He's another that's been on the Pan Am Games team. He's been placed there 2023 in Santiago at home in Chile. Riding the horse, the Hanoverian horse by Lord Fauntleroy, Lisbeth Tiar, Chile's Samuel Pardo Jr. Up and over the last finishes up with 3 down, 12 it is, but we're okay for time. 76.409 goes inside the allowed time of 79 seconds. Finishes up then with 12.3 fences down. New Zealand now, and a young rider under 25 classes for her. Top 10 finishes in those under 25 Grand Prix in Ocala back in January. Riding a bay gelding, this one by Cigarette, goes by the name of Vestina van der Kapel. New Zealand's Georgia Bouzade. Final fence goes down as well. There another on a score of 12, 3 down, 75, 364 for Georgia Busaid of New Zealand and Estina van der Kapel. So onwards we go to the first for the home nation now, the United States of America, a man who's been placed at the championship level, a team bronze medalist before now at the North American Young Rider Championships. He was third in Wellington actually at the start of this year, back in January, in the under-25 team competition. Riding Midas, this one by Up to Date. It is next for the USA's Ansgar Hoggers Jr. and Cali Blue PS. Pops over the last, just a one down en route to get there, coming out of the double just in front of the Hospitality there. So goes second with a score of 478.518, and still Chile's Samuel Paro, the first to go, leading the way. And that was a great round from the start, wasn't it, for Samuel? He could be crowned the winner of this FEI class. But let's see what the man from the USA can do now. Being a top 10 with this one, the meter 40s in Tryon towards the end of last year. This is a horse by Up to Date that is called Midas, with his own Anne Nicole's horse. Good luck. The USA's Charlie Jane. Breaks have been met in 63.623, has a score of 4 the one down, but that goes to show you it's a good time actually. 4 thoughts there for Charlie Jane of the USA and his 9-year-old horse there that goes by the name of Midas. Moving on to Australia now, and it's a new ride for this man, but a man that we saw here last year placing well in the Grand Prix. The Christian 25 sire, Treasy is the ride, and Australia's David Cameron. 67.130. That is a very good round. It's a clear, goes into second, and that is clear round number 2. But still, Samuel Pardo leading the way. 59.613 leads right now. And next to come forward is a lady from Great Britain. She's got numerous chances of winning the class today. She's won some big Grand Prix. She's been on the European Championship teams in her career as well. With Kiss Me FZ, her new ride, Great Britain's Amanda Derbyshire. .486. It is a good one there, a clear from Amanda Derbyshire and Kiss Me. That's a combination that go into third, and Samuel Pardo still leading 59.613, but just getting started, 7 scenes so far. And now we're going to go to a horse called Cora Blue by Croydon Van TNL, for a lady who's been to the World Equestrian Games twice in her career. Riding for the home nation, the USA. Wish her well, Adrian Starlick and Cora Blue. Time to beat is 59.613. Pops over last set, 69.902, goes into a 4th place for Adrian Sterling, and the ride of the 10-year-old horse, it is Cora Blue. Samuel Pardo, Chile, leading 59.613 is the best so far. And we go to the USA now with our 9th combination to start. Been placing very well in the big 2-star classes in Europe towards the end of last year. The World Cup shows in Lyon, for example. Riding the stallion of hers, Funky Fred, Van de Marenshoff, the USA's Rachel Penner. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Just the one down there. 77.940 for the USA's Rachel Penner and Funky Fred van der Marenshoff there. So finishes on 4, goes into 6th place, and sitting on those 4 clears right now. Samuel Parro, Tiffany de Olid leads the way. 59.613 is the very best so far. Israeli rider to go now, and great to see this partnership back in action internationally. Last time we saw them out at an FEI show was, what, some 4 years ago now, but they're back on fine form. Riding the bay horse Nanani van Abdelrief, Israel's Sid Schulman. Flies over the last, back on a fine form there for the partnership. 64.047 goes into second. They're getting closer to that time of Samuel Parro's of Chile, but is anybody going to beat it? 59.613 still leads the way, but good try there. Very good indeed for Israeli rider Sidney Schulman and Nanani. Now on to the next, and the lady that was crowned a winner of one of our FEI Grand Prix here last year. It always brings out the very best in this partnership with a horse called Florida, perfectly named. Good luck to the USA's Mia Bagnato. Finishes on a score of 12 there. 3 down, I'm afraid, for Mia Bagnato and the horse called Florida. But no doubt she'll be fighting tomorrow to win that Grand Prix and continue on from her run of form here last year when she really was quite brilliant. But now we go to Brazil and a newly formed partnership. Their very first FEI class together is right now. Riding Chicoda, Stacco, PS, Fernanda Gabriel, Brazil. Sales over the last comes home clear, 76.182 clear run for Brazilian rider Fernando Gabriel and Chikoro Stacco. PS first FEI class, first clear round internationally, and it goes into number 6 spot on our leaderboard. Samuel Parry still leading, 59.613 leads the way, and now it's one for the hosting nation, being top 5 with this source in Wellington, Florida at the start of the year. Great performances so far in 2026 with Porter Cristo B, Alison Robitaille of the USA. .67.430, that is a good one. It's another clear, goes into 4th place there for Alison Robitaille and Porto Cristo. Samuel Pardo, the first to go, still leading that time. 59.613 is looking ever quicker. It really is. But another for the hosting nation to go now 3rd in the Grand Prix qualifiers last year in Tryon in North Carolina. Riding Cardamo said, the horse by the great Cladamo, Jacqueline Roll, USA. Very close. Brilliant round. 60.390 goes second there for Jacqueline. And the ride of Salama said it is Samuel Pardo still leading 59.613. But the gap is closing. They are getting closer. But still, Chilean rider Samuel Pardo and Tiffany leading the way. And what could the rider from Canada do? Numerous chances from Canada here this afternoon. And it's a partnership that today are jumping in their very first international competition. With hopeful Menjule, the horse by Velflu. Good luck. Taylor Jacques, Canada. 77.330, jumps over that final fence. Another coming home clear, bringing us up then in terms of the clears to 9 of them now. Into 9th place there goes Taylorton Shacks of Canada and Hofel Mengiles. So still Samuel Pardo leading the way. We're nearly halfway through, and next to features is going to be another for Canada as well. Had this horse such a long time and jump clears the likes of Tryon and in New York last year, and this year too, actually, clear rounds in the classes in Wellington. The horse is RF Most Wanted, and the rider, Sabrina Lefebvre, Canada. Yeah, 6 seconds added there for that disobedience, plus the jumping as well on the way around. It's going to be 12 jumping, 8 there for time, and score of 20 to finish for Canadian rider Sabrina Lefebvre. Such a shame for her, and RF Most Wanted. USA is going to go now for us. Clear rounds in Tryon last year back in November in those classes. Part of the 2-star week, actually, at the meter 40 level. The rider is going to be Newton, Van Heck Krielhoff by the great Diamondo Semi. For the USA's Catherine Tari-Flaws. 72.503 tickles one down. It goes. Score of 4 there for Catherine Tyree and the rider of Newton Van Head to kill off. Vidal Quirado now the stallion up next. Another first timer at the FEI level right here. Cristina Padilla, Leon, Peru, and Vidal Quirado riding for Puerto Rico. .736 finishes up there on a score of 4 jumping, 10 time, 14 overall for the Puerto Rican rider Cristina Leon and Vidal Quirado in her very first FEI class here this afternoon. Moving on to the USA now, the world number 2 to go next, placing well in the 2-star Grand Prix qualifiers for this rider last year in Tryon. Had some brilliant performances at the 5-star level as well. The next up, riding Ecuestre, the horse by Deeron, the USA's Ken Farrington. Yeah, great try. Goes in a second, and you can give him a round of applause because that's great riding there from one of the best, Ecuestre and Ken Farrington of the USA. Sails onto our leaderboard, sails into second, but still not quite quick enough to beat Chile's Samuel Pardo and the rider of Tiffany de Oled. On we go now, and the next is for Australia. This is Mia Smith, and the horse that she only started riding at the start of this year goes now. We wish her well with the rider of Configure, Australia's Mia Smith. 66.789 finishes on a score of 12 there. 12 for Mia Smith and the ride of Conclave, the ride that we just saw there. So at the moment it is still Chile's Samuel Pardo leading 59.613, and we're nearly halfway through. This is the last to go before the break at the halfway stage. The second ride for her and the first time she's ridden this horse in international competition is right now. Riding the superstar horse, Con Bleu, Amanda Derbyshire, Great Britain. .727. That is the time. It goes clear. Good round from Amanda Derbyshire. Top 10 for her. And Con Bleu goes into 9th place. Samuel Pardo, Chile, still leading 59.613. We are halfway through the Howard Leasing meter 45 welcome speed. Our grateful thanks to Howard Leasing, the multi-state employer leasing company incorporated in the state of Florida. Team specializing in removing the burden of tax compliance, payroll administration, employee benefits, workers' compensation needs as well. Our grateful thanks to the team. We're halfway. We will take a break for arena maintenance. Join us for the second half of this FEI Welcome Speed. Our grateful thanks to the team at Howard Leasing, the multi-state employee leasing company incorporated in the state of Florida. The team specialized in removing the burden of tax compliance, payroll administration, employee benefits, workers' compensation audits, and human resource management. Our grateful thanks to the team at Howard Leasing. A great first half of jumping, it really was. We got so many top riders from around the world, and it is the rider from Chile, Samuel Pardo, that is our current leader. He was first to go and still leads 59.613. Keep your eyes on the time, because that is what they're going to be chasing down now in this one, the Howard Leasing meter 45 FEI welcome. So the stage is set. We are ready to get back underway after our little break, and the next combination, I imagine, probably just in the warm-up, doing the last couple of fences, and will be coming to join us. Samuel Pardo leads, Ken Farrington second. He's still got another. Jacqueline Rule third. Sid Schulman there in the fourth place for Israel. And top five, rounding it out, Australia's David Cameron. And his ride of Chelsea there, a first-timer in the FEI classes, making for the top five. We are halfway through this class, and remember, it is a qualifier for tomorrow's big one, the FEI Grand Prix. And don't forget to join us downstairs right now for the exhibitor party, and of course our grateful thanks for that exhibitor party, sponsored by the team at Ackerman as well, the full-service national firm with lawyers and professional business staff coast to coast. Ackerman assembles a handcrafted team for every client to get the right answer for you. And our grateful thanks to them for presenting today's exhibitor party. So come and join us downstairs. Some wonderful Italian food for you to enjoy here this afternoon in the sun. And we're going to get back underway with a combination for Ireland now. The man that's been top five in the speed classes this year already in Ocala not too long ago. Riding the 10-year-old Gucci de Embrois, Ireland's David Blake. Good try, says over the last 62.473, goes into fourth place for David Blake of Ireland, and the 10-year-old horse Gucci de Embrois. But that goes to show you just how fast that time is. Samuel Pardo, who still leads the way, 59.613 in this Howard Leasing meter 45 FEI welcome speed, is still the very best at the halfway stage of this welcome stakes here this afternoon. So, long way to go. Long way to go still. Some very, very quick partnerships coming up, including this man who will go next. He's on his second ride, so it won't be too long before he comes to join us, I imagine, with ride number 2. And then we look further down the order. We've still got numerous rides to come. Rachel Penn has got another alongside Ansgar Holgoods Jr., Samuel Pardo Jr., he'll be back. And then we see riders from the USA, Charlie Jane, Steve Blumen, another for Israel, followed by Amanda Derbyshire, Ken Farrington going next, and then Argentina. And finally, Canadian rider Quilana van der Hel, and that, of course, the horse of Christine Carlson as the last to go in this FEI welcome speed. Meter 45 presented by Howard Leasing, and our grateful thanks to the team at Howard Leasing, multi-state employee leasing company incorporated in the state of Florida. Team who specialise in removing the burden of tax compliance, payroll administration, employee benefits, and so much more as well. They are your one-stop shop, and they are a very kind sponsor. So if you have any needs, do have a chat to the team. That is Howard Leasing, presenting partners of this Meter 45 FEI Welcome Speed. So at the moment, Chile leading, USA second, USA in a third. They are the top three so far. Chile and USA. They're on our leaderboard onto the podium, and will be top three that, of course, come to join us as well for that presentation when we get there, and that'll be at the end of the class. And then the exhibitor party going on right now. Grab yourself some food, grab a drink as well, and come and join us if you're not already here sitting watching this top class jumping. But we could just see the grey horse coming down the chute. That is our next to go with his second ride. Riding a horse by Casino Berlin Old. It's Cassiana that he brings forward, and a fairly new ride for him. One he's been campaigning in those classes over the last sort of 12 months or so. And here he goes now. Casino is the ride. He's world number 2 right now. And it is great to have him here with us once again with his second ride. And what could he do? The USA's Ken Farrington. Oh, isn't that a shame? Look at the time, 59.896. Very, very good round. Would have gone into second there, but that one fence down, the light touch coming across the arena. Down it goes, score of 4. Second part of the double there at fence 10. So pushes him down to outside the top 10, I'm afraid, for the USA's Ken Farrington and Casino. So on to our next in the USA once again now. The second ride for her and her first international class with a horse called Rocky. The USA's young rider. Good luck, Rachel Penner. Nice round for that new partnership, isn't it? Clear of the way, 75.009 for Rachel Penner and the ride of Rocky, but it's not over yet. And now we go to the USA once again. The horse by Captain Semi is Had de Fontaine. The USA's Gracie Allen is the rider. Can she beat the time set at 59.613? She'll have to fly. $70.371 it is, finishes up on a score of 8-2 down for Gracie Allen and Had de Fontaine. 277 is the number. We're moving on to Chile now. Samuel Paris next up, a team rider for Chile before now. The man that currently leads the way, and let's see, will that stay there right at the very end of the class? Riding Gradeo, the gelding by Cardento. Chile, Samuel Paro. $61.3 really is on great form today, isn't he? The Chilean rider Samuel Parra there goes into fourth place, 61.38, and still he leads away with that ride from first to go. Tiffany de Oled, 59.61. And now to the USA's young rider. Once again, the second ride, the second try for this man, with Kennedy Z, Ansgar Holkers Jr. The horses by Kashmir Van Schutershoff for the USA. Sails over the final fence on a score of 8, 2 down en route to get there. 61.21 for Ansgar Holkers Jr. and Kennedy Zed that we just saw there for the USA. Vanessa King to go now, riding a horse called Seaview Demonstration by Corelli Brava. The Irish bloodlines coming through for a horse that's been posting clear rounds in the meter 40s at Wellington in January time a month ago. Seaview Demonstration the ride for the USA's Vanessa King. Yeah, just one down en route to get to that Oxford to finish. Such a shame for Vanessa King. A nice round other than that, though. 68.46 for her and a Seaview Demonstration. Chile now, Samuel Pardo Jr., father still leading the way. And what could this young man do? He's already in his own right been a championship rider for Team Chile. Riding Indigo Zed by Inshallah de Muse, Samuel Pardo Jr., Chile. $70.47. It is a score of 4 there for Chilean rider Samuel Pardo Jr. and Indigo Zed. So second ride for him, and now to the USA. Combination that we saw as part of those games, the Youth Championships in Tryon, that of course taking place last summertime. Part of the team there that took home that medal, a silver medal in fact, and she was top 5 in the Grand Prix here on week 1 last year with this horse. Riding Cordiamo, good luck. Second ride for the USA's Mia Bagnato. 60.50 goes on our leaderboard. Top 5 for her into 4th place. Well done, Mia Bagnato and Commando. And that's a partnership we'll be seeing tomorrow, no doubt, in the big one in the FEI Grand Prix. But what could the man from Colombia do now? Top 5 in those 2-star classes in Tryon last year. Great performances in Wellington over the winter last year as well. He rides a horse called Kadar HBC, and he is Colombia's Simon Orango. 65.81, brilliant try. Goes top 10 there for the Colombian rider Simon Rango and Kadar HBC. USA once again now, and second ride for Jacqueline Rule coming back with a horse called Dua Lipa. A new ride this year. Jumped in Wellington, 2-star week there back at the end of January. And this is only their 3rd FEI class together. Good luck to the USA rider, and the horse is called Dua Lipa. Pops up final fence, 75.44, score of 4 there for Jacqueline and the ride of Dua Lipa. So 10 left to go. We begin the countdown to the end of the class now, and being top 6 in the Grand Prix qualifiers, the likes of Wellington with this ride at the start of the year. It's a new horse in his stables, but it's an exciting one at that. With tender guys there, the horse by Charming Candy, the USA's Charlie Jane. To elevate there, 62.22 for Charlie Jane and Tender Guys said, riding for the USA there, as you said, those two fences down, unfortunately. Israeli riders, seen few of them, and here's another now, actually. Combination top 5 in the two-star Grand Prix in New York last year, that wonderful show in North Salem. With this very horse as well, choice Lotta M, Israeli rider Stephen Blumen. Yeah, goes clear, goes top 10 there into 8th place for Stephen Blumen of Israel and Choice Lotta M. So still, Samuel Pardo leading, time to beat 59.61. Will anybody do it? He was first to go, and they've all tried, but no one yet has come close. But what about this lady who rides for Israel? The horse for her is jumping in the first FEI class now, with Max van der Molenhoven, Israel's Sydney Schulman, Desiderio. 65.17 says of last, another clear, and pops into 9th place there. So sneaks inside the top 10 as Sid Schulman and Max. We're going to go to our next 7 left to go now. Alison Robitaille is the next. She was a winner of a 2-star Grand Prix with this ride in Wellington literally just last week. The ride for her is going to be called Claire de Lune, 33. Alison Robitaille. Oh, it's a shame, isn't it? Really, it's just a one down. 65.91 for Alison Robitaille and Claire de Lune, 33. Big time winner of a Grand Prix of late, but not meant to be today. But we'll see her tomorrow with that horse, no doubt, in our FEI Grand Prix. And now it's Camilla Z next up. This one by Cliff 67. It's Catherine Tari-Flaursy, another rider with 2 chances of being the big time winner here this afternoon. She looks to beat the time set, 59.61. .70 flies over that final fence, comes home with a clear round as well. A nice steady clear there, setting the horse up nicely for the week ahead for tomorrow's big day. And now to Great Britain. The next ride for her, 2 back-to-back wins actually at Wellington. 1 in the Grand Prix qualifier and then went on to take the Grand Prix title as well, 2 weeks ago now. Riding a horse called Cornwall, Great Britain's Amanda Derbyshire. So close, 60.29 goes into second place there, getting closer, but still 59.61 leads the way. It is Samuel Pardo still leading, Amanda Derbyshire second, Kent Farrington in third. What a list of names, what a lineup for the podium prize giving at the end of it all. But now there were three left to go. And next to the United States of America, it's a new ride for her, the horse produced in Great Britain called Lightning TW. Will she be lightning fast? Rachel Penner, USA. getting to know that hole. She really is. It will be a superstar in the making in the future. Finishes up there on a score of 472.16 for Rachel Penner and Lightning TW. But nearly there. What have we got? Just 2 left to go. What could a partnership from Argentina do now? Top 10 in the Meter Fortis in Traverse City in September. Riding Jones, Ramiro Quintana, Argentina. Yeah, it's going to be jumping and it's going to be time there. 8 jumping 3 time. Finishes on a score of 11 for Ramiro Quintana and Jones riding there for Argentina. On to our last to come forward now, and who's going to be the winner? Chile do it right now, but could it be done for the last to go? Riding Kalaya, Van der Haal, Christine Carlson, last to jump, Canada. Up and over last, finishes on a score of 8 there, 66.29 for Canadian rider Christine Carlson and Kualaya Van der Haal. A great class to watch and a brilliant winner. Well done to our winner, riding Tiffany de Olid. Put your hands together, give him a cheer. The first FEI winner, Samuel Pardo, Chile. A truly amazing class to watch, with our grateful thanks to the team at Howard Leasing. A wonderful way to start the big jumping, the FEI jumping, and a nice way to set the scene for tomorrow's big class, the FEI Grand Prix. Thank you, Howard Leasing, the multi-state employer leasing company incorporated in the state of Florida. The team specializing in removing the burden of tax compliance, payroll administration, employee benefits, and so much more. And please welcome in your winner, riding Tiffany de OLED, Samuel Pardo, Chile.